everyone, Annabelle, manifestation coach. Today I want to share about shadow self, the part that we have been creating in our past experiences during the childhood. It's also part of a few other personas that we have inside of us when we've been experiencing trauma and hardships when we were younger. So the shadow self is the part of yourself that actually thinks that whatever happened when you were younger is going to happen again, and tries to convince you that it's what's happening. So it's going to link every little event to kind of convince you that this little thought you might have had about someone being rejecting you right now, or unfaithful, or not listening to you, you don't feel heard, you don't feel seen. It's going to show you all these perception and put them all together so that it kind of makes sense. It makes sense to that part to kind of convince you. It's like making a story up, or like building a movie around whatever thought, negative thought or emotions that you had. So that's one part. The inner judge, I talked about it in a previous video, is also someone or a person inside of you that's going to be blaming the other person for whatever is happening. So like, this person shouldn't be talking to me this way. I deserve more. They're always doing this, never doing that. It's like all or nothing type of conversation in your head, and this inner judge is actually wanting to prove you're right and prove anyone else wrong. Other side also is the inner child. The inner child is the part of you that still need caring. We need to parent our inner child, because the inner child is the part that's wounded from our childhood, and it's going to get triggered whenever it feels that whatever happened when you were younger is happening again. So it's a little bit like the shadow side of us, but the inner child, you can also start talking to these parts, actually all of them, and trying to tell them that you are a grown adult right now, and that you thank them for telling you there might be something wrong or something to be cleared, so that you feel more free. So they want to protect you, but it's not the right way. It might have helped you survive when you were younger, to if you didn't feel heard, couldn't talk about your emotions, felt you had trauma, sexual or physical abuse, any type of abuse actually. If you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you needed to survive in shutting down your emotions, putting up this people pleaser persona up, not believing in yourself, not trusting yourself, because you're actually been said so much that we couldn't trust your emotions, that you don't even trust them yourself. So all of these emotions and behaviors are not helping you as an adult to actually want more of connection, understanding, love, and caring. It actually brings you to the total opposite, because the lower frequency emotions such as guilt, shame, sorry, this is again Suki, my dog, that's eating a stick. Fear, any type of lower emotions, sorry about the noise, these are really lower in vibration, and they attract more of that, because when you're in your shadow self, your judge, or your inner child, you are in a fear or negative emotion state. And the only thing that's going to bring you out of it is, first, you need to notice it. Second, you need to actually accept that it's there. I found really helpful to talk to these parts of me, because otherwise they're overriding my life, and I don't want them to override my life, because they're always driven by fear and anger and me. The ego is me, more the inner judge type of part of us. The inner child is also me, but like protect me because I'm so scared somebody's gonna happen to me. And they perceive things wrongly because they're triggered by something that's happening now, but it's triggering something that had happened maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago when you were a child. And the shadow self is also some part of you that are so scared to be wrong, to get hurt, that they will make you believe anything so that you protect them from pain. But they actually bring more pain, because just bringing you back to all of these is hard. It's hard to live anxious. It's hard to live that you in a way that you can't trust anyone. It's hard to say to yourself, I can't open my heart because something's gonna happen, or I can't trust this person because they might be unfaithful, they might do something wrong to me, they might hurt me. So I guess today I wanted to talk about all of these pieces of us, and also reminding you that once you accept these parts of you, once you kind of put your boundaries and say, okay, what is it that you need, ego? What is it that you need, inner child? What is it that you need, shadow self? Because if you talk to them and you listen in, you'll have some answers and you'll know what you can do. I've hugged my inner child a few times and played with her. It seemed to have a really good really good outcome when I did that. And that's one part. So really asking them what they need to feel better, and tell them that you don't need them to overprotect you anymore. You're not in a survival mode anymore. The trauma is long gone. It's still there in some parts of you, but it's not there physically at this present moment. In the present moment, if you're anxious about the future, sad about the past, you're not in the present moment. So grounding with these beautiful trees, I hope that helps. You know, if you even just petting your dog or your cat or whatever pet you might have at home could be grounding. You need to focus on something that brings you back home, brings you back to your heart, brings you back to Mother Earth. Meditation is really good. And if you're thinking it's hard to meditate, it is. I know for myself, guided meditation is a lot easier than like just meditating on my own. So I found great guided meditations. I might do a few for you too, because I think it could be helpful to revisit them if you need to. Also, clearing any negative belief and limiting beliefs you might find that you have, like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, nobody likes me, I can't trust anyone. These big ones, it's usually easier with a coach, but I did a clearing YouTube a few weeks back, so you could check the method and see if that could be helpful for you. And otherwise, spend time with yourself. Don't run away, and don't try to numb the pain, because it's going to come back like a boomerang, and even more than before. So, I mean, when I say more, it's stronger. So it's not easy to kind of, you see my dog in the background. It's not easy to clear our trauma, talk to these part of ourselves that we don't really like, because we would prefer to be just, I would prefer to just be Annabelle, the Annabelle that's not scared, that's not fearful, that is not sad, that wasn't hurt. But I was hurt, and I had to face these parts of me to actually just clear the negative energy around it. Another thing that's good, once you notice what negative emotion you got and what you don't want to attract in your life anymore, switch these beautiful sentences with affirmations that make your heart feel full, and describe the situations you want to have in your life like if they're happening right now. You're like telling the universe that your loved ones are communicating so well with you, they're respecting you, they respect your boundaries, you feel so connected to your partner, your communication is on point, and it's a honest and caring relationship. You hug all the time and you cuddle and it's romantic, whatever you want to attract. So that you also can program or reprogram what you want to attract in your life. So that's the little manifestation part of this video. You can write those on Post-its, put them everywhere to kind of remind yourself of what you want to attract, and you'll see the universe and the people around you, and even within yourself. You can talk also to yourself and have affirmation for yourself. I feel grounded, happy, light, and abundant. You know, if you write that and you're actually clearing all the negative emotion, you should attract more of that. So I hope this video helped you. Just a few things that I wanted to share today. I will be sharing more. I got a few ideas from a few people last week. I'll do more videos. If you do have a comment, something you want me to expand on, please leave a comment below, and I will be talking to you soon. All right, bye-bye.